Alright guys, my name is Shervin. Welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to talk about the FHSA, which is the first home savings account. Now, the FHSA is a new tax-sheltered government-registered account similar to TFSA and RRSP, which will start operating from the year 2023. And it is essentially meant to be an account where you can grow your investments tax-free until the time when you want to withdraw your cash and buy your first home. Now again, similar to TFSA and the RRSP, there are specific rules and regulations that you have to adhere to when using this account. And again, there are specific limits to how much you can contribute to your account and when. But it is extremely important to learn exactly how this account works because not only you can grow your money in there tax-free, but you can also pay less in taxes from your income if you use this account. And if you watch the end of the video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how all of that works and how you can use this account to pay less in taxes and build wealth. And all that I ask for in return is that if you are new to my channel and you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the subscribe button down below and join the community. I make new videos about personal finance and investing on a regular basis. And by subscribing to the channel, you get to see all my new videos right as they come out. Also, if you enjoyed the video and want to support me even more, then do me a favor and smash the like button down below for the YouTube algorithm. But alright, with all that said, let's get right into it. Now, the first question that you probably have is who should sign up for this account? Let me put it this way. If you're a Canadian above the age of 18 and you have an income, then you should definitely have this account. Unless you're one of those people who just never wants to buy a home and you want to rent forever, in which case I'm not judging, I'm just saying, unless you're one of those people, there are just so many upsides with this account. Now, the main benefits of this account are that it's a tax sheltered account and also any deposits that you make into the account are tax deductible. So let's go through what exactly those are, and we're going to start with what it means to be a tax sheltered account. Now, anytime you invest into any commodities, let's say you invest into a stock and the price of that stock goes up and you sell it for a profit, now you have to pay what is known as a capital gains tax. This essentially means that no matter how much you profit from your investments, you always have to pay a portion of it in taxes. That is, unless your investments are in a tax sheltered account where there is no capital gains tax. So essentially, if you have the exact same investment in a tax sheltered account like a TFSA or FHSA, and let's say you sell at the exact same amount and you make the same profit, well, now you get to keep all of that profit without having to pay any of it in taxes. Again, this is why tax sheltered accounts are so important to have for investing, because you get to keep all of your profits and you never have to pay any of it to anyone else. But now let's talk about the other benefit and what exactly it means to have tax deductible deposits. Now let's say this year you had an income of $70,000 and out of that you put $5,000 in your FHSA account. Well, that $5,000 deposit into this account is tax deductible, which means that you can deduct that amount from your taxable income. Which basically means that instead of being taxed on all the $70,000 that you made this year, you will only be taxed on $65,000 of that. And that's because $5,000 of your income was non-taxable because of the deduction. So basically, as you can see, just by using this account, you can pay a lot less in taxes and keep a lot more of your money, which is why it's so powerful to use this account. But now let's talk about exactly how it works. Now, starting from the year 2023, you should be able to open an FHSA account with the vast majority of financial institutions out there. And from the moment you open the account, you will receive an $8,000 contribution limit every single year. That means that if you go ahead and open an account in 2023, you will be able to deposit up to $8,000 by the end of the year. And then you will receive another $8,000 contribution limit next year. Now, if you don't use the entire contribution room in each year, you are able to carry it forward to the next year. But just be aware that there is a contribution limit and you are not able to carry forward more than $8,000 in contribution room. So let's say, for example, you open an account in 2023, but you don't contribute anything to it that year. Now in 2024, you will have a contribution room of $16,000 because you have the $8,000 for the year 2024 and also $8,000 that you carried forward from not using it in 2023. So let's, for example, say that in 2024, you contribute $2,000 to this account. Well, now the $14,000 that is remaining doesn't all carry forward to the next year. Because again, when it comes to carrying forward the contribution room, you can only do a maximum of $8,000. So once we go into 2025, you once again have a contribution room of $16,000, not $22,000. And as it stands right now, you will have a maximum contribution room of $40,000 for the rest of your life. Which means that if you contribute $8,000 for 5 years in a row, you will have already maxed out your account. Now I gotta say, that seems kind of low to me and I'm not sure why they max it out at $40,000. Maybe they will increase it in the coming years, but as of right now, that's where it stands. And again, keep in mind that this limit is for contributions, not for how much you can have inside the account. Because remember, the money that you put in this account and invest can grow into a lot more over the years. And depending on when you start contributing to the account and when you actually get around to buying your first home, there could be a couple years there for your investments to grow. Now, once you do get around to buying your first home, you can withdraw the entire amount from your FHSA. And in fact, that's the only time you can withdraw from this account. So it's very important to make sure you also have some money in your emergency fund because you're not going to be able to take any money out from this account. But of course, you've heard me talk about emergency funds ad nauseum before, so I'm not going to repeat it here. Now, some of you might be asking, what does this mean for the home buyer's plan, where at least before this, you were able to withdraw some money from your RRSP for buying your first home? And the answer to that is that you can actually use both money from your RRSP with the home buyer's plan and the money from your FHSA to buy your first home. So basically, you can withdraw anything you have in your FHSA, and you can also withdraw up to $35,000 from your RRSP because of the home buyer's plan. And because you can use money from both accounts, this should help immensely with saving for the down payment of your first home. Now, if you guys don't already have a TFSA or RRSP account, I highly recommend those accounts and also learning more about them. I have a couple of videos on them myself. But if you already have a TFSA and an RRSP, the FHSA is definitely the next account to open up as soon as possible. And again, as long as you're a Canadian above the age of 18 who is working and has an income, and you also want to buy a home at some point in the future, you should definitely start contributing to your FHSA and maxing it out every year if possible. And also try to be responsible with what you invest into inside this account. Make sure you don't go for risky or short-term investments. I personally like to invest into safe and long-term investments like the S&P 500. But of course, I definitely recommend that you do your own research and due diligence before you invest into anything. And of course, whether you're a new investor who's looking to learn more about investing or an experienced investor who's looking for updates about the markets, you should definitely follow me on Twitter at Shervin House. I post regular updates about the stock market, the housing market, bonds, GICs, etc. And if you're already on Twitter, make sure to drop me a follow to keep up with everything. Now that's about it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you get to see all my new videos as they come out. And also feel free to follow me on Instagram. I post there regularly, so if you want to be a part of it there, make sure to follow me there. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you have any questions about any of the stuff that we talked about in this video, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. I always respond to every single question that comes in. And now with all that said, thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.